welcome back to the baking studio. And we are going to try to cram as many things as possible into the short session here. And as you can see, I have a lot of things to show today. Those were excellent presentations this morning, and I learned a lot from each and one of them. And I just want to carry on the learnings and share the discussions on clean label. Okay, let me just start by putting something into the oven because it needs about 30 minutes to bake, and hopefully I should be able to get there. I'm going to start with something simple, which is the Tegel Satin Cocoa Trace Clean Label Vegan Chocolate Cake. Okay, it's really, really simple. If you are at a QSR or you're at a grocery chain, even chain stores, you know, it only needs 3 ingredients: your water, the mix, and pretty much oil. Okay, we'll just put everything in here. This particular Tegel Satin is from Preservatives, and it's got an excellent taste to it. I've tried it, of course. So just 2 minutes on low. And 3 minutes on medium. Okay, so a little bit more about the Cocoa Trace program that Preservatives has. Cocoa Trace program goes further beyond the industry average standards for sustainable chocolate. You know, Preservatives does this by creating value through the supply chain, starting with the cocoa farmers down to the consumers, right? So they work on the ground alongside farming communities to, you know, teach each farmer how to grow high quality chocolate and giving them guidance to help run the plantation. So this is very grassroots on how Preservatives approach this. So it has all the elements of sustainable certification, and it reinvests, you know, bonuses and enrichment into the farming community. So Preservatives does put a lot of effort into chocolate program and the efforts into getting high chocolate from the farmers, and then using a very rich fermentation system to get the flavor out of it. So each of their products here that has chocolate in it is just amazing in flavor, and you can really taste that. Okay, and that's 2 minutes. Do a real quick scrape down. And we've got the medium for 3 minutes. So as you can see, 3 ingredients, 2 steps, and that's all you need to get vegan chocolate at your retail outlet. Okay, like I said again, really good quality chocolates. So you can see here, we have the chocolate brownies. Let me just put it back here, Josh, so that you can, yeah, let's do that. I made like snack cakes, brownie snack cakes. Okay, these are shelf life stable, and it has sour meat in it, pretty much sour meat. Okay, can you see that? Okay, let's try that. Okay, sour meat. Okay, so basically just up to 1.75% sour meat in here will give you a good shelf life for these brownies. Okay, it should be done over here. It really depends on what your intention are for kinds of cakes that you serve at your outlet. Okay. Let's do that. Let's get mine. Let's do this. I'm just gonna scoop them in here. Okay. So you can see, I am not a trained pastry chef. So excuse the mess. For some of you, you're probably squirming on how I'm dispensing this, but I learned my craft mostly in the lab. So my skills are all lab skills. So I don't have much of a pastry advocate to things. I'm not like Richard, because Richard is a certified master French baker. I just learn my craft as I go along. And what I'm doing is just putting this into the muffin cups, getting ready to bake. Hopefully get muffins within 45 minutes. That's the amount of time I have been allotted. Okay. If you have any questions, just go ahead and put it in the chat box. I'll get to it. Whoa. I hope that didn't do anything to the mic. This thing just got hooked up to my handles. Okay. All right. So I have the deposited muffins. Okay. And I'm going to do a jam filling in these things because I can. All right. So Preservatives also has this clean label jam filling that is bake stable. Okay, I've tried it in some tests and basically it doesn't run, so it's not going to bake out and bubble and sizzle all around. Okay, so I'm just going to show you how to use it. It's called Viva Fill. Okay, it is just delicious. I don't know if you can see it, but it's really thick. Okay, it's a raspberry jam, bake stable, clean label, no preservatives, jam. Okay. Again, I'm not a pastry chef, so please don't be critical on how I do my stuff. It's gonna be a little messier than, say, someone like Mark and Richard. Okay, so just pipe it in. Can we see that? Pipe it in. Yeah. Okay. It really depends on what kind of batter you have. This particular chocolate, vegan chocolate batter is a little more dense. So the jam is pretty much going to magically sit on top of it. And that is so amazing to me because not too many system does that. Okay. All right, jam-filled chocolate cupcakes. Vegan. Awesome. I know you can't wait to eat this. Oh, here you go. All right, let's bake that for 30 minutes. Okay, what's next? Let's see. Okay, let's talk about what do you call it? A vegan topping, okay? And a vegan topping that is shelf stable, using alpha dextrins, okay? So on the formulation sheet that I gave you, you should have that in your bunch of documents that came through from Joanna. We have icing sugar, water, Cavamax, oil, high fructose corn syrup, vanilla, vinegar, and sormate. Okay, we want to create a shelf life stable product. That's what we need. Okay, so give me a minute. If you could focus on the brownies here, I am going to wash my mixing bowl and I'll be right back. You know, usually I would have help, but since it's we are trying to stay safe, I try not to have anyone in the lab with me, so it's not a problem for me to do this washing up, and it's not a problem at all. It's just we need to have more mixing bowls in here, but you know, it's we forgot about that, obviously. So we're gonna look into getting more mixing bowls so we don't affect the production. Okay. Well, all right. Okay. Got it all clean, I think. All right, I'm back. Let's see. With this particular tropical vanilla frosting formula, I call it tropical because you can actually tolerate tropical temperature with this. Okay, so I just wanted to differentiate it a little bit. So you take a saucepan. Okay, you take a saucepan. You add all the water in it. You add half the icing. Okay. And then you add the cover max in it. All right. You are going to heat this up until 140 to 150 degrees Fahrenheit. So this step is really important. Don't skip it. Okay, can you see? Can you get the camera over here, Josh? This is where I keep my thermometer in the oven. All right, so we just want to make sure that we don't overheat it. Let me get it until 140. So I think with Cover Max, there is a requirement for heat activation on the hydrophilic portion of the ingredient, and Dr. Mamun would probably talk a little bit more about this later. But this alpha dextrin is a very different kind of component. You actually have to be the one making the emulsifier. You're using alpha dextrins to make the emulsifier. Okay, so you have to activate it with hot water. Okay. And you're like, why do I have to do this, Len? I don't want to have an extra step doing this. It's not processing friendly. I assure you, you'll be surprised at the results. So that's why I'm willing to do this. I'm willing to do this extra step to show you, okay? Make sure it is 140. Not yet. And pretty much after 140, you should be able to see it's a clear solution. That's your indication on when it's done. Not yet there. Let's see. Almost there. All right, we're there. Okay, let's go back to the top camera. I want to show what it looks like. Can you see it from the top? There you go. It is kind of opaque. All right, so it's ready to go. So you want to pour this into the mixing bowl. Okay. Add in the oil. Okay, let's do the oil first. Get it all mixed up. Okay. What it's doing right now, once it touches the oil, it's going to activate. It's going to increase in viscosity. Okay, you're going to see a much more different product after this. You want to whip on high for 2 minutes. So it's increasing in viscosity. I hope you can see it. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, let's do that. Let's keep it there. In about a minute or so, it's gonna turn really opaque and really viscous. So what I'm doing right here at this point of the step is really create that emulsion, okay? The emulsion is gonna keep this system stable. Right. Makes 1 minute. Scrape it down. It's thickening up. Gonna put in the fructose. Vanilla flavor. Some vinegar for the taste. And then sorbate to make sure there is a shelf life to it. I'm just gonna mix this up. And then make sure everything is blended and homogeneous before we add in the rest of the sugar. Can it be overmixed? That is a good question for Dr. Maman because I haven't gone as far yet. But so far, me not having a pastry background and I have whipped this thing till it's over stiff. It looks like it's pretty idiot proof. So that's a good question to ask for Dr. Mamun, and he's going to be in the next presentation after mine. Just go ahead and ask him if it can be overmixed. Okie dokie. It's getting a little thicker. So basically, please understand that we're using liquid oil to form this amazing frosting product. There is no hard fat in here. It is all liquid oil, okay? Just gonna get it a little bit more mixed. This emulsion is thickening. That's awesome. Okay. It's still warm right now. I know that's concerning to a lot of people, but it's just part of what this product is. right, I just want to show you. Are you able to get a top view of this? It's completely opaque right now. Okay, so it's ready to receive the rest of the icing sugar. Okay, you want to slowly mix it in there. Do you have any more questions? Let me know. Scrape it down a little bit more. I know a lot of you might be thinking this is an unusual way of making icing. I guarantee you it's worth your time watching this. I'll show you why later. Hey, we need a top view of that. All right, can you see that thickening up? Like magic. All right. Okay, we want to do this on high for 2 minutes. Okay. Ooh, I do want to add color. For the fun of it, I'm just gonna put on this. What color do you think I should put on? Just for fun. I have red, pink. These are all natural colors from Chef Master. It's liquid gel. It's the kind of natural color you need because if you've used natural colors before, it's just so liquidy. Okay, so you need to use the gel form so you don't like dilute your frosting. So what colors do you think I should put in there? I've got the blue, the black, orange, purple, green. Joanna, what color should I put in there? Ooh, it's really nice and thick right now. Oh, green, okay. All right, here goes the interactive part of the seminar. Green. All right. Let's see what natural green looks like. It's so hard to get a good natural green, so this is really putting things to the test. I hope it's a good green. I have never tried it before, so you guys want it? I shall deliver. Okay. It's not a very eye-popping green. It's more like an olive, a matcha looking green. Okay. Again, you need a little bit more. It's natural, so you need more, okay? And that's with whose idea was it to put green? No, it looks like matcha flavored devil's food cake. All right, we'll do it a little bit more. This is the fun part, the interactive part of the class. Anything can happen in live streams, so this is fun. This is the fun aspect of the class. We should have fun, you know? Okay, so I'm not gonna put in more green because that's a lot of color I've already put in. And to lighten it up, you can always put yellow, you know, to lighten up the green. So can I get a above shot on how this icing looks? Yeah, here. Okay, let's do this. Okay, see, it is so thick, right? This came from an oil, okay? That's no shortening in here at all. And look how stiff it is. All right. So let's pipe that out. So I have a piping tube somewhere. Remember, I am not a pastry chef, so please don't be too critical on how I pipe my stuff. I'm just doing my best. I usually work with instant piping machines, you know, like the ones they have, Heinz Bach has or Unifiller has, so I'm doing my best here. Of course, it would help to have someone like Mark Flurkey or Richard Charpentier here with me. We're going through really unusual times, so we gotta make do with Lynn Carson's skill, which is lab skills, which makes the icing fly everywhere. Oh. Okay. I don't know if you can see this enough, if the top camera can show this, but it is so smooth. It is so smooth. Okay. I've got like, I bought like the smallest piping bag in the world. Check if there are any questions. Okay, no questions so far. I gotta hurry up. Can get a few more minutes out of this. Ah, that's not fun. What's with the air pockets in there? Okay, all right, done. Really nice icing. I don't know if we can get a shot, a profile shot on here. There you go. Can you see that? There you go. All right. See that beautiful line, okay? Just focus on that right now, Josh. Okay, can we, let's, yeah, okay. When I say tropical, I mean tropical temperatures, okay? So what I'm gonna show you is I have left this frosting into the oven at about 110 degrees Fahrenheit, a little above tropical temperatures, but it's, I wanted to show you what happens, you know, if you do that. Okie dokie. All right, so can we see? All right, so from the top, yes. Okay, so you can't really see. That's the difference between the CoverMax and the light shortening, but it's this is the control formula that I shared with you online. But you can definitely see in the chocolate one, if you see how much it's disintegrated on this one, there's no more profile on it, whereas there's a profile still on this one. There, like that. See, that's a profile. And this one's completely melted. Okay. So I just wanted to show you how amazing this particular frosting is, and it's very, very shelf stable. All right. So on to, I know I'm a little bit past my time, but I just want to try to finish up everything because we had a audio issue. Are we okay, Joanna? All right. So let's focus on this chocolate frosting I have here. I'm gonna put everything in front of me. Okay, that's great. Let's see. This is Preservatives Clean Label White Cake. It's vegan. Look at the amazing crumb in there. Okay. And if you need more information, please contact Jessica Blondie, and we have her email on there for any kind of information. Again, it's very simple. It's a very clean label, very nice grain. It's amazing. Okay. I wanted to show the effect of preservatives on shelf life. Okay. Can you show this from the top? Okay, great. So this one was made control. This one was made sourmate with 1.75% flour weight sourmate. Okay, no difference in the texture. That's also no mold on either one of those. Can you guess why? Can you guess why there's no mold on either of this cake? It's not because I have a perfect clean baking studio. This has been a week, all right? It's a week. The corn muffins that I baked a few days ago has already molded within 3 days. But this has been a week. Can anyone guess? Joanna, can you type the answers or questions? Can anyone guess why this has not molded? Oh, come on, stay on there. Okay, I'm waiting for the comments to come through. Comments, Joanna? I broke this, sorry. Nobody want to take a stab on why it doesn't mold. Well, if the cornbread molded and this didn't mold, it's because of the sugar content. Richards mentioned something about the water activity. And if you go to our water activity page, you'll see that the lower water activity you go, the less mold is going to happen. So basically, sugar cakes are going to mold less because it has a lower water activity. And this is why it hasn't molded in a week. And I'm just going to carry on this experiment until it molds, and then I'm going to put the pictures into our forum page, okay? We're going to continue the discussions that come out of here onto our forum page, and Mark is kind enough to start a forum thread, and I'm going to post the pictures there so that you guys can see what happens if we use sourmate. No, they weren't frozen. So it's because of the sugar and a ton of it in this particular formula. Okay, last experiment. I swear I'm going to finish this up. Okay, so questions on BAKERpedia that comes through that asks, why in the world does US use chlorinated flour and the rest of the world doesn't? Okay, it has a lot to do, like what Dr. Jane Bach said about how we work, and we've been working this way for a long time. We have all these facilities providing chlorinated flour. But also, if you don't bake with chlorinated flour with the white and yellow cake systems that we have, higher ratio cake, I included this particular formula in there. It's a control yellow cake formula. You just can't handle the sugar with all-purpose flour. Okay, so if you would to just take out chlorinated flour, if we could get a top shot on this, if we could just take out the chlorinated, this is chlorinated flour, and this is all-purpose flour. You can see that's a huge difference in volume, and you can see the tunnels, right? Because the water basically is not being captured by the starch part of the cake flour, and it doesn't create the proper viscosity, so you're gonna get huge tunnels coming through, okay? Tunnels are an indication of viscosity problems, okay? So this is what happens when you don't use chlorinated flour, all right? Just wanted you guys to see that. All right, we are done with this bake. I just wanted to show you one last thing before we end this session on how miraculous this product is. Okay, so can we get a top shot? Can you zoom in a little closer? Look at how perfect the jelly sits on top of the product. It doesn't even sink in, and it's not bubbling, and it's remained where I put it. So this is a #1 indication of a high quality product when it doesn't bubble all over the place. Okay, so I just wanted you guys to see that. I thought it was amazing. What I'm gonna do is I'm just going to lather this up with cover mix frosting later. But I just want to end with this, okay? When I saw, can we have a top shot on this again? Maybe I should just put it on something that is contrasting so that you can see it better. Let's see if you can see this better. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna end this session, and I'm gonna answer questions after Dr. Mamun's presentation. But I wanted to bring all these to your attention because baking clean is a simple thing to do. And shelf life is a huge issue to a lot of the wholesale bakers out there. And don't forget what Richard said about water activity, sanitation, and together with a product like Sourmate from J&K, you should be able to get a clean and simple cake product that has a good shelf life. Okay, so I will answer questions later after Dr. Mamun's presentation, and we are going to head over to Dr. Mamun right now.